And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Memphis. A-Train is out there with Dub. Then it's Mr. Perfect. Then there's the waiter, and it's the great one in at the center position.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Memphis known for how tough they are at home, but they were equally tough, Clark, on the road last season.
Yeah, grit and grind travels well, Kevin. I mean, even on the road, they were able to force teams to play at their pace.
On defense, Philadelphia. Here's the waiter. Passes to A-Train. Takes a three. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Here's the screen. Here's Cowboy. Here's the great. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
The great one passes to A-Train. Pass to the great one. Here's Mr. Perfect. Shot clock at 5. The waiter, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here's Cowboy, buried from 15 feet out. Cowboy's got his second basket.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Now the pass to the waiter. Tries from 16. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Passes it to the franchise. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Pass to A-Train. There's the pick. Here's Mr. Perfect, and there's the pass to the great one. It's stolen by G. Finished off the break.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
And so here's Memphis. 4-point game. Here's the great one. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
Here's the franchise. Fires from 14. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. And there's the foul. It's on the franchise. That is his first foul of the game. Well, Greg, for Brett Brown and the Spurs connection, he was an assistant in San Antonio for 7 years, was really indoctrinated in how the Spurs conducted business, Clark, before coming to the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got an interesting accent, too, a mix of Boston Australian from where he grew up and where he spent a lot of time, but no doubting his passion and his coaching ability. He's good in both.
He was actually a head coach for Australia for a while in international play. A-Train, the pass to the great one. Here's Mr. Perfect.
2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Mr. Perfect's got 6.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
The great passes to the mayor. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Right wing. Passes it to the great. On the mark with the 15-footer.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Thunder's checked in for G. His leads have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. 1:22 left in the first. Here's A-Train. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Here's the franchise. Good. The franchise has got 6.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Pass to Mr. Perfect. To the inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. 6 points for the waiter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And he gets the bucket. 6 points for the great.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. The pass to A-Train. Passes it to Dub. Here's the waiter, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And the first one at the line is good. He hits both from the stripe.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Here's Cowboy. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. It's all tied in Philadelphia. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
It's been a point of emphasis, no doubt, to make sure they attack the rim offensively.
I love the fact they're not settling for outside shots. Keep attacking that rack.
Listen, playing Western Conference teams is never easy. And for the 76ers last year, it got downright ugly. Some games against the West, they just didn't stand any chance.
G is out there with Thunder. Then it's the franchise, and there's the great, and it's the mayor in at the 5 down low. That's the group for Philadelphia to start this second quarter. Here's the great one. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pass to the waiter. Clock at 6. Here's Tubb. And no good. Trying to use the glass. A lot of blowouts for Philly last year against the West, as you talked about. Greg only managed to take 6 wins in their 30 games. Clark out of conference.
And Kevin, that was tied for the fewest wins against the West in the league. But again, no surprise with Philadelphia because they really were focused on developing young talent there.
Last season, Memphis fell late and would end up with the 5th seed in the NBA playoffs. Only one of 2 teams to make the playoffs each of the last 5 seasons, along with the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, and they were a team that nobody wanted to play. Memphis drew Portland in that first round, and even though they were the 5th seed, they had home court advantage.
Here's Mr. Perfect. He's got 6. Dub the pass to the waiter. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The 76ers lead. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Thunder passes to the mayor. Here's the waiter. Wide open shot is on the money. The waiter's got 10 points.
You know, guys, Memphis walks through the first round against Portland. The second round, a lot tougher against Golden State. They went up 2-1 in that series, but couldn't hold on to that lead.
They get it again. Another shot. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and they'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And guys, Memphis would lose 2 of their 3 games at home against Golden State. So things got tough with the Conley injury and missing Tony Allen as well. But they did put up a good fight, ultimately, though, falling in 6 games to the Warriors.
Here's the great one. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. The pass to the waiter. Inside. Ball stolen. The franchise passes to G. Goes back up, and that's 2 points on the layup. That's now 8 points for the great.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Passes it to Dub. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Pass to Thunder. Here's the Mayor. Picked away. And it's Memphis on the break. Finished off the break. That's 12 points for the waiter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Grizzlies timeout. Okay, Philadelphia, let's give a hand to your own Sixers dancers.
Cowboys checked in for Philadelphia.
One more time, give it up for your dream team.
The Grizzlies have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Here's Mr. Perfect. He has 6. The great one. And again, Memphis no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And the call will go against the great. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Here's the waiter. He's got 12. They set the screen. Here's A-Train. There's the pass to the great one. 6 on the shot clock. Count it from 12. The great one's got his first bucket in this one. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Here's Cowboy. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Here's the waiter. Comes up empty, and he's now 5 for 8.
Well, clearly the 76ers were the youngest team in the league last season, and with all the draft picks they've stockpiled, they'll be the youngest team for a while, it seems. But if the youth can grow and develop, they could also be a force in a few years, too.
Here's the franchise. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Boy, he shredded the D with the patented crossover, but just couldn't convert.
Passes it to A-Train. Here's Mr. Perfect. From outside, off the mark. To give you an idea of how young this 76er team is, at one point last season, Greg, Tim Duncan had more seasons played in the NBA than the entire active roster of the 76ers.
That's hard to fathom. I mean, we all know there's this youth movement going on in Philadelphia, but they still need some veterans in that locker room. Very hard for the young players to lead.
And he gets it to go. And the Grizzlies lead by 1.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
Here's the franchise. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. A-Train, the pass to the waiter. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Grizzlies lead by 1. And we'll be back.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. And that's going to do it for now, as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You know, the waiter has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
Getting underway here in the second half. Here's the 5 for Dave Yeager. Mr. Perfect out there with the waiter. Then there's the great one. Then there's A-Train, and it's Dub in at the 4 spot. And not even 3 quarters out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put on.
I'm looking over there at Greg. He's enjoying every second of it,
Yes,
Clark.
he is.
Yeah.
Listen, the fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Mr. Perfect, the pass to Dub. To the inside. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from the great one.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Here's the screen. It's deflected. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. A-Train, the pass to Dub. A floater. He lays it in. Dub's got 6 points.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Pass to the main. Just his first attempt. And he gets it to go. The Mayor's got his first points in this one.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Thunder's checked in for the franchise. Over to the left wing. The waiter. And another miss by Memphis.
Good little 2-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Here's Cowboy. It's tipped. Here's the waiter. He's got 12. To the paint. Puts up the baby hook. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Philadelphia started to create a little bit of an identity last season after all their transactions, Clark, and shifting around. They settled down and came together.
Yeah, and I tell you, it looks like the identity will be the Sixers being a defensive team going forward. Offense has its fits and starts, but defensively they found some traction.
As you said, the 76ers will be a team built on defense going forward. At least that's what it seems like to me. They have very active hands and can bother a lot of shots. They also force a ton of turnovers as well.
Mr. Perfect, the pass to the waiter. Here's the great one. Down low. Here's Dub. Got a hand on it. To the inside. Cowboy. No luck. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way.
And, you know, guys, the Sixers did force a lot of turnovers, but they also gave the ball away the most in the NBA, so kind of negated the turnovers they forced. They can be as defensive as they want, but they've got to get better at taking care of the ball if they're going to improve.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's the waiter. He's got 12 and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
Looking at the game for Dub, he's got 8 points and 1 rejection in this game too.
And was it a good one? Really, one of their highlights of the game defensively.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Timeout call for Philadelphia. One more time. Give it up for
The 76ers trail by 3. To the middle, here's the Great. It's rebounded by Memphis. The Great One's got 4 rebounds in this game. 1:51 left to play in the third. Memphis moving it around. Really left alone that time. 15 points for the waiter.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Here's G. Knocked away. Down low. Banked in off the glass. G's got his second bucket.
Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
And the Grizzlies leading by 4. They set the pick. The pass to Dub. Here's A-Train. Down low. Here's Mr. Perfect. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. The Mayor's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's G. There's 48 seconds left here in the third quarter. Shot from the wing. It's rebounded by Memphis. The waiter passes to Mr. Perfect. Passes it to A-Train from downtown. No good. Now the 76ers take it the other way. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Here's G. And he gets it to go. G's got 4 points in the quarter.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Here's the waiter. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
3-point play.
Here's Cowboy. From deep. Shot is off.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Sixers dancers.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. They've got the franchise. The Mayor is out there with the Great. Then it's G, and it's Cowboy in a point. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
And that's 6 straight points now, guys, coming on the inside.
Yeah, those are like body blows in boxing, starting to take it to him. Great effort.
It's tipped. It's stolen by G. Cowboy passes to G. Here's Cowboy, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Dave Yeager coaching his team during that break. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
One bit of news for the Grizzlies last year is that they acquired a single affiliation deal with a Clark D-League team, which you think is going to help them.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that team is the Iowa Energy. They're a sole partner now with the Iowa Energy. Good move by the team in what is becoming a growing trend in the NBA.
They set the pick. Here's Mr. Perfect. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
And I'm sensing something special going on here tonight.
It certainly does have the feeling of a classic, Greg. Let's see which team is better equipped to handle the pressure.
Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
And guys, the thing that jumps out at me is their block shots. I mean, they're playing up on the shooters tightly, and then they're sending them packing. I mean, putting those shots in reverse, all in a clear, good day's work.
pass to Dub. There's the pick. And there's the pass to Mr. Perfect. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Blocking foul called on the franchise. That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. It's stolen by G.
With the turnover total in the first half, only 1, but a totally different story here in the second.
Passes to Cowboy. 5 on the clock. Pulls up on the wing. Can't get it to go.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
Mr. Perfect, the pass to the weight. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. The Waiters got 20 points.
Boy, this game has really started to heat up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind it. You don't either, it sounds like. Good offense is entertaining, and that's exactly what we're getting.
G passes to Cowboy. Here's the Mayor. Here's the franchise. Pulls up on the wing. Grizzlies with the rebound. The Great Ones got 6 rebounds here tonight. Memphis moving it around. Inside, deflects the pass. Here's Cowboy. Pass to the Mayor. Right wing. Here's Cowboy. And a little hook that time, but it drops.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Baseline try, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. The franchise has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Now the pass to Cowboy. Inside, here's the Mayor. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. And the 76ers lead by 1. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Here's the Waiter. Here's A-Train. Dump the pass to the Great One. That's good.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter, and that one's good by G.
Big shot. As soon as he got an opening, boy, did he let it fly.
Here's the Waiter. Pass to A-Train. We've got 1:08 left to play in the final quarter.
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just can't quantify.
You know what? I'm going to quantify it right now, Clark. And this is a close game, and that was something special.
And really, in a game, you guys, in a game like this, though, when you have a chance to send a message, you do. And boy, did he ever on that play.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Here's G. Fader on the way. Shot is off.
Well, that's another good rebound for him. Hasn't mattered at all that he's given up some inches to a few of the other guys on the floor.
Here's the Waiter. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to the great. Here's Mr. Perfect. There's 18 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5. The pass to the waiter. From the arc. Shot no good. To win the game. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. This win, such a tremendous emotion.